Welcome back to the Financial Times newsroom. The sudden rise in food prices is creating a crisis as important as the credit squeeze across the world. That's according to a meeting of senior leaders at the World Bank and the IMF in Washington, D.C. this weekend. Well, Javier Bless, who's our commodities correspondent, joins me now. Javier, what was the gist of the meetings this weekend in Washington?
Well, it was a strong call on the problem, and some people were surprised in Washington to hear that, according to the IMF and the World Bank, food is becoming as much as the credit crisis as a key point on global finance. But if you look at the problems that are suffering the emerging countries, the Philippines, India, China, some countries in North Africa, it is very clear that food prices are becoming a major concern. We're
beginning to see riots in some countries, for example. Now, I know that you're back from Africa. What impact did you see of the food price increases where you were?
It's a major impact because we have to take into account that in sub-Saharan Africa, in some countries in Latin America and Southeast Asia, people spend between 50 and 70, sometimes 80% of all their income in food. Back here in the UK, it's about 10 to 15%. So any price increase has a incredibly strong impact on the budgets of the people. I saw people moving from 3 meals a day or 2 meals a day used to one, dropping everything expensive. I was told by a woman in Addis Ababa that she stopped buying meat, milk, cheese, anything that she used to buy for the kids and their family about a year ago, and she moved just to lentils and chickpeas, and now even that has stopped, and now it's just wheat that is just the basic.
The simplest diet. What are the prospects then for food prices as we look forward to the next few months?
There is no a very good prospect. I don't think that we are going to see much higher prices than today because demand is already suffering. But I don't see a supply response that is going to bring down prices. One of the key problems now is fertilizer prices that are also very high because oil and natural gas prices are also high. The price of fertilizer has doubled in the last year, and that means that farmers in poor countries are dropping less fertilizer in their land, in their crops. And that means that yields are going to be reduced because of that. So even at current prices, we can see that in poor countries, production is going to be lower than last year. And that's going to maintain prices at current levels at least.
Well, Javier Bless, thank you very much indeed. You can see Javier's video report that he brought back from Africa on ft.com, and we also have an in-depth special report on food prices.